All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the hope for the elect out there, the brothers that push this truth, the truth of the King James Bible, and all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, so I just want to do a short lesson to how alone the spirit of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai allows it to go. And I want to name the video More Strikes. All right, and it's pretty much, a continuing little series, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai that the Lord's allowing me to do concerning these strikes that's going on in Babylon. People walking out of the jobs. You already had nurses on the West Coast, walk out. The uh, people that work for General Motors or Ford or whatever, which is pretty much the same thing. Um, that manufacturers these cars, they've went on strike. You had the people that drive the Mack trucks in the northern east, somewhere in up in the northern east. They've gone on strike. They've taken to the streets, going on strike, complaining, saying they're not making enough money or whatever to keep up with inflation and all that. And now you have this. It says 3,700 Detroit casino workers walk off the job, strike for higher wages due to the rising cost of living. All right, and through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, I know I keep saying this over and over, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. The plan is to price everybody out of everything to get the people in a more state and get people in a desperate state. So when Esau brings the charagma, people will be more willing to take it. All right, and that's why they're allowing the people in America basically to suffer. All right. Brothers have seen the videos on TikTok with people complaining about inflation. They can't pay for groceries, or they're paying more. They're paying more for groceries. Their rent is going through the roof. Their car note is going through the roof. Their insurance is going through the roof, or what have you. People basically can't afford to live in America. All right. And again, it's all a part of the plan to get the people in a more desperate state. All right. So when Esau brings the charagma, they'll be more willing to take it. All right. That's why they're letting you suffer here in America, but Biden just proposed, which is really the elites of Edom, all right, proposed to give, what is it, I think 100 million, I think it's 100 billion, Salakia. I forget who gets the most, but basically an aid package to Ukraine and the small hats, all right, while the people here in Babylon are suffering, all right, can't afford to live. But hey, Biden told you that some hard times were coming, all right, but yeah, the people here in America can't afford to live. Can't afford. What is it, like 60 or 70% of people in America go to bed hungry at night. All right, people can't afford to live anymore. But yet they're giving all this money. And Janet Yellen just came out and said that, yeah, we can fund both sides of the war. All right, but again, the people here in Babylon continue to starve. But again, it's all a part of the plan. All right, it says it's just auto workers. It isn't just auto workers that are striking in Detroit. Thousands of casino workers walk off the job, and there's going to be more. Brother's job, people can start striking because they ain't making enough. All right, they ain't getting enough hours. They ain't getting enough hours to basically to live, to make a decent check. All right, that's why through the spirit, I'm telling brothers, don't be surprised if your job goes on strike next. If my job, the brothers out there job goes on strike next, takes to the streets next, cause an uproar next. All right, because you're going to see a lot more of this, man. All right, they said thousands of casino workers walk off the job this week, as long as looking to negotiate for higher wages and better working conditions. And it's really about wages. All right, the asking was promoted by a higher cost of the action. The ask was promoted by a higher cost of living. The report say affected casinos, including the MGC Grand, and MGC is major, a Grand Detroit Motor City Casino and Hollywood Casino at Greektown. Those properties are owned by MGM Resort and Penn Entertainment, respectively. The report said that 3,700 workers from an array of positions spanning dealers to cleaning staff are being represented by the Detroit Casino Council. The DCC is made up Salakia of 5 unions, including the United Auto Workers. The report says, as a result of the strike, Motor City Casinos reversed its online presence to indicate the closure of high-stake table poker rooms and valet service, as well as its SPA. Right, hold on, let me read that again. As a result of strike, Motor City Casino reversed its online preserve to indicate the closure of high-stake tables, poker rooms, and valet services, as well as its spa and select dining and drinking establishment. FanDuel told the mainstream media, it will close its FD Sportbook as Motor City Casino as a result. Hollywood Casino at Greektown said it intends to continue operations, but told the mainstream media, we are disappointed by the decision of the Detroit Casino Councils as we made generous, progressive statements, offers to position our team members and businesses for substantial success. Yeah, that's pretty much all I want to read. Let me see a little bit more here I could bring out. Yeah, that's pretty much all I want to read because it goes over the numbers and stuff they make. Which MGM, was pretty major. They're like in Vegas. They're like everywhere. All right. Well, let me read this part. It says the Detroit Casino Council is arguing that a new expired 3-deal worker agreement to during the C19 doesn't have good enough wages increase 3% for the post C19 inflation environment, and that was all to bring down the economies around the world. The C19, all right, but they closed businesses down, you know, and also I said to brothers too, and also I heard other brothers say it through the spirit of Poppy, how about Shem Yahushua, that C19 when the Lord brought that jump started shit, man. That the C19 really jump started shit, man. All right, because through that, inflation went up because they printed a large. The main reason why is because they printed up so much money. All right, the most money has been created. 80% of it has been created in the last 3 years, when the pandemic first came. So you had that. You had businesses shutting down. Businesses permanently shut down because they had to shut their doors. All right. Rent or whatever. People weren't paying rent. A lot of people getting evicted because all the back pay they got to pay their landlords. They can't afford to pay it. All right. So, yeah, that C19 was huge, man. All praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushua for that C19. But, yeah, man, more strikes. And, again, it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse, man. All right? I'm going to bring out 2nd Esdras 9, the new scripture I've been bringing out with all these videos concerning the strikes. And, again, don't be surprised. I've been thinking to myself as well because, with my job, it's still they still getting a decent amount of hours, all right, but sooner or later it's going to, all right, it's going to go down and it's going to drop, and don't be surprised, which brothers already know. I'm preaching to the choir here, but I would be surprised if my job was next to take to the streets, all right, because it's getting harder, and Biden did say that. To be fair, Biden did say that. He said hard times are coming to Babylon, to the American people, which is facts. All right, they don't give a shit about you people, man. Especially our people. That's what started with the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. The brothers break it on down. If they try to tell you, they don't give two shits about you people, rather you eat or not. Again, all these people in America, people on social media complaining. The pride, the lofty looks of people in America. People in America, hell, they don't want to get online and admit that they're struggling. All right. But people are trying to get the attention of these devils, man. But they don't get. We been starting with the elders on down. The brothers been saying for years. They don't give two shits about you, and it shows they don't. Because again, while you struggling here, can't pay for anything here, can't pay for gas, can't pay for food, can't pay rent. They're steady sending money to them heathens overseas. All right, this is 2nd Esdras chapter 9, billions of dollars that they can be sending to help you. But again, they don't give a shit. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 9 verse 3. And therefore, when there should be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, right, and the strike is an uproar, and it's going to get worse. Them strikes are going to get worse. Them strikes are eventually going to turn violent. All right. Verse 4. This shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that before thee, even from the beginning. For like all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifested, right? And that's a sign to show when you see uproars of the people, rather it's by way of strikes, by way of protests, protesting for, to get some asshole out of office or whatever, all right? It's still uproars, and that's a sign to show that we're at the end. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, and I'm going to start at verse 3. In the days when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men bow themselves, and the grinding cease, right? Grinding, which means working, the Lord said, when it ceases. And people right now on strike, the grinding ceases, the grinding stops, because they are few, and those that look out the window be darkened. Verse 4, and the door shall be shut in the streets, when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up against the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music should be brought low. Right, and the Lord said that when the sound of the grinding is low, because people hours are going down, they're firing people, left and right, laying people off. I think it was Ford. They just laid off another, I think, 5,000 or whatever, more workers. All right, or something like that. I forget one of them, but I read it the other day. They just laid off some more workers. All right, so yeah, man, it's here, man. It's only going to get worse. So now you got people that work in casinos, taking to the streets because they can't afford to live. And again, this is all a part of the plan to get people in a more desperate state. All right, so when Esau comes back and offers the charagma, people will be more willing to take it because um, the people will be the people will want to eat. Basically, they'll be seeking to save their life. And right now, life is becoming very uncomfortable for people here in Babylon. All right, very uncomfortable. Again, people in America are proud as hell. They don't want to get on there and admit to the world that they're struggling. All right, the people in America are all about living a facade lifestyle. All right, everything's all good, but now people in TikTok videos, people admitting that they in a bad case. All right, and again, it's only going to get worse. All right. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the brothers that push this truth and sincerity. With that, I'm going to say shalom.